Hey, welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. I'm your host, Cooley. We got an amazing episode today. Fans, thank you for the support. Stuff been going viral. We appreciate it here at No Fugazee Podcast. I'm going to create a Patreon. So that's the next thing we're going to do with a lot of background content and any just extra content stuff when we go out to the club, content when, after the podcast type stuff. That's going to be on the Patreon. So subscribe to the Patreon. That'll be up literally by next week. I'm going to put the link in this description when this podcast drop. Other than that, we're going to talk dating and relationships today. And first and foremost, I got a special guest. You may have heard of him. And you may have heard of him roasting people, dropping them bars. We got my man Goods on a podcast today.
What's up?
And, Goods is in between two lovely young ladies. And we got two also lovely young ladies over here. So we got four young ladies.
They rolling their eyes. I don't like
they rolling their eyes.
They better get it together. I'm watching them.
We got four young ladies tonight. And we're going to have some fun. So first, we're going to get in with intros. So starting with you. Right? You was looking at me, so I had to get you. She was kind of looking away a little bit. You was sleeping over there. You was off the Henny. What you was drinking? What's in that cup?
Casamigos.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Don't drink too much. I'm gonna need you on your
It's
Q's
cranberry
and P's.
juice too.
Oh, it's cranberry juice too.
Yeah.
So it's mixing.
A little mix.
All right. Starting with you. Can you introduce yourself? Name, age, and where you're from.
I'm Debbie. I'm from DC.
Can you speak in the mic a little bit, Debbie? Remember it's right there.
Sure, name, age. Am I clear? Like, name, Debbie, age, 35, and I'm from DC.
And you're from DC. Okay. I'm picky. I got OCD, so I got to fix it for you.
Thank you, sir.
Because it started leaning.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it started leaning. I got you, though. Yeah, there you go. Don't be scared of the mic.
You ain't scared of the mic no other time.
Yeah.
You act like scared of the mic.
Yeah.
You wanna act like you like this now. After a couple of this, you like this. You laying on the mic. My fault.
So Debbie, age again? I'm sorry.
35.
35. Okay. Relationship status.
Situationship?
Situationship. Oh, okay. Situationship. Well, how long has situationship been going on for?
A month.
A month.
Yeah.
Oh,
That ain't really a situationship.
No,
Y'all niggas brand new.
No.
He just hitting it.
He's there.
He's there. Yeah. So talking stage, that ain't a situation. He hitting it. He in the hitting
knows
stage.
the situation. No.
But he in the hitting stage to us.
Okay.
So man, we like,
Well,
we good. We got 2 foot in. Nah, I'm messing with you. I'll let you go. What do you do for a living, Debbie?
I'm a stay-at-home mother.
Stay-at-home mother? Okay, how many kids?
5.
Dang!
God bless.
You got to start with 5.
Hey.
You definitely know what to do with the mic. You sitting there acting like this. You got 5 kids. This mic right there. I saw you. You was like. Nah.
So you got to start in 5.
You gotta start.
And I don't mean to get in personal into your business, but we want to know, when you got 5 kids, you 35, you know what I mean? How many baby fathers?
2.
Okay, that ain't bad. All right, Debbie. I thought you was about to say 5.
No.
We is about to have a parade in this nigga. Moving right along. Lovely lady over here. Can you introduce yourself, your name, age, and where you from?
My name's Shelby. I'm 31 and I'm from Jersey.
31 from Jersey. Okay, let me move this down because it's covering your face. They need to see your face. I got you, mama.
Thanks.
So, Shelby, relationship status.
I'm single.
Single, how long?
Honestly, like 5 years.
Okay. You just never found that nigga yet.
I'm just not interested.
Oh,
right
you was
now.
just curving.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel you. Cool. What do you do for a living?
I rent apartments. I'm a leasing consultant.
Word. Where at in Jersey? What area in Jersey?
I actually do it in Pennsylvania.
Oh, we're at MPA.
Yeah, Allentown.
Oh, all right. So you be out here.
Yeah.
Word. Say no more. And we're gonna move it over here to yourself. Name, age, and where you from?
Eliza, I'm from Jersey and I'm 35.
Eliza, Jersey, 35. Okay, that's what's up. And Aliza, what do you do for a living?
I work in management.
Management. What type of management?
Like property community management.
Okay, cool. So y'all probably could.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah. Link up. Relationship status.
I'm seeing someone.
You are? Okay. And how long?
About 4 years.
4 years. Okay.
We've had our troubles.
He black?
Yes. Yes.
Niggas always messing up. Niggas always.
You saw she grabbed her. She's like, yes.
Yeah, she did. Niggas always.
Yes.
So you seeing somebody 5 years?
No, 4.
4 years. Okay. You was hesitant to say it. Reason why I said niggas always messing up because it seemed like you didn't really want to claim it.
I have no comment. Oh, sorry.
They keep moving?
A little bit.
All right, so 5 years with Jamal.
4.
Oh, 4 years with Jamal. I'm adding years. Derek, Tyrone, one of them niggas. One.
Or it could be a Yakif or something.
Yakif. Yeah. It could definitely be a Yakif. Okay, cool. We gonna move it to you. Name, age, where you from?
Sierra, 23, and I'm from PA.
Okay, you the youngest one on the panel.
Yeah, I noticed.
You over there chilling. Okay, Sierra, you from PA. What you do for a living?
I dance.
You dance?
Yeah.
Ballerina dancing or
No,
or
not
are
really.
you know what I mean, niggas throwing a
Yeah, that kind of dance.
okay. All right. That's what's up. Okay, so you know what I mean? Dancing a little bit, taking off.
I'm really not dancing much no more though. Like I've been doing it since I was like 18. So
You about to retire?
yep. You're right. 25 is the retirement year for dancers. So I'm almost there.
Facts, you about to retire. Okay.
25.
Relationship status, Sierra.
I'm single.
You single?
Yep.
How long you been single for?
Like a year.
Like a year?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. My man's Goods. Can you introduce yourself, man?
You just good.
Oh, yeah.
You need everything from me too?
No, not the questions I asked from the ladies. Whatever you want the audience to know. You know, all the audience that's watching. No forget.
My name is Goods. Besides the rapping, you know what people know me for. I got my own sneak out. I got 4 colognes out. That's the stuff I'm into now that I'm doing.
Yeah, man.
So you try to make sure. I try to make sure I say that because you know doing sneakers or like a cologne, you think you can't do this stuff. So I say it because I want them to see me and be like, "Oh, where you got a sneaker? Yeah, if you see me do it, you could do it. You could do this type of thing that you think you can't do." You know what I'm saying? So we get stuck in thinking, you know, we can't do something and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna wait till the right time." It's never the right time. You just gotta do it. So I make sure I say that so people can know you could do it.
Word, yo, that's what's up, man. My man got cologne, nigga got sneakers. Next thing you know, nigga gonna have boxes, some socks, and nigga gonna have it all. That's what's up, bro. That's a blessing, man. What do you want to say about, you know, your relationship status? Anything like that, or?
No, I got somebody.
Got somebody. Okay, word. I mean, I had 6 wives. I would have been okay.
Nah, it ain't. Nah, you know what? I mean, at this, you got to think about it like this. At this point, if you don't have somebody, I'm gonna start questioning you. If you don't have nobody, I'm gonna start questioning you. Especially at the ages, you know what I'm saying? Y'all said it's like if you don't got nobody around, is a problem.
That a good question for you, Goods. We gonna start because I guys had some stuff lined up. So with that being said, who do you think would have like? Think about it. If the female didn't have nobody or the man didn't have nobody, which one would you really question more? Like something's up.
The female.
The female.
For sure.
Okay.
I can give you a reason I think of that. You know what I'm saying? Because with a guy, you know, God typically kind of a guy. It's either he get it right or he don't. Most guys don't get it right, and they want to just hit, and they not born into that picket fence marriage relationship. Guys don't think like that. A woman from when she's young, they want that picket fence, the marriage. They want that. Yeah, they like most. You know what I'm saying? That they born into that. They want that.
Facts.
So you could see a guy just, you with somebody, I'm not with nobody, I'm just fucking. You see a guy saying that. For a female, it's kind of, if you don't got nobody there, you can't keep somebody, it's a problem. It's something within the female, I feel like.
Yeah. I 100% agree. Because, men, we give out commitments. So if the female not getting any commitment from a dude, so it's like a guy not getting any sex because a female gives out sex. So a nigga that's involuntary celibate, they incels. We call them nerds. Like, nigga, you don't get no box. Like, what's wrong with you? So a female that is not getting no commitment from a man, I see why you chose that. Because it's like, what's wrong?
Because you typically, from a females want a commitment.
Facts.
They don't want to be sleeping around, messing with a bunch of dudes. They want a commitment. So if you want a commitment and you can't keep one, then I feel like for females, sometimes you gotta look at yourself and say, why can't I? It gotta be something with me.
Okay. So who said they were single on the panel? Y'all heard what this nigga just said?
He's a piece of...
I hear what he's saying, but there's also, some people don't think in that perspective. Some people have other things to worry about at that moment in time.
No, I get that.
Like work, family. So they got to take care of that. And a relationship isn't logical at that moment,
I get it.
Don't fit into the...
I get it. So let me play devil's advocate, right?
I was going to do that too.
If a dude is, he's working a lot, he's taking care of business, taking care of family, and those are his main priorities. But he ain't getting no box. And he's trying. He's pursuing. He's at the club. He's hollering. He's on the boardwalk at the beach, Jersey Shore. He's hollering. But everyone's turning him down. You feel what I'm saying? You're going to be like, my nigga, you ain't getting no box. What's wrong with you? We know you working, but we know you also out here pursuing. You feel what I'm saying? And females pursue differently, right? So men, when we court, we actually have to court. You know what I mean? We got to put our best foot forward first and approach the girl. Y'all look pretty. So y'all present yourself as far as just by being there, by being in that situation, and then guys come to you. So that either tells me one thing, either guys ain't coming to you or guys is coming to you, but you can't retain them after you have sex. Make sense?
It makes sense, but that's only if you're pursuing that. Some people pursue relationships. Some people pursue commitments.
Question for you. Do you think girls, and we could actually go around the panel with this one, starting with you. Do you think girls, when they talk to guys, do you think they talk to guys with the purpose of sex or with the purpose of commitment?
Commitment and family, of course.
What about you?
I would have to say the same. Personally, I would say like for friendship, like because it's like if they're looking at me, she's pretty. I wonder what she's gonna put out, or like why can't we just vibe out and chill without cheeks being on the table?
Okay. Okay. What about you?
Why do I talk to them?
Well, do you think, just in general, not even yourself? So, do you think girls, when they in the courting stage, do you think they talk to guys with the purpose of commitment or with the purpose of sex?
I guess it depends on where they're at in their life, because like I've had times where like I've talked to people like just because like I was like physically attracted to them. So I can't say like I was trying to commit to somebody just because like I was physically attracted to them.
And not even yourself, like generally speaking, if we're speaking in general about most women, what would you say? Do most women...
I guess most nowadays are looking for, I don't know, maybe commitment. You don't know nowadays, because I feel like sometimes girls are worse than the guys.
And what about you?
Commitment, family.
Commitment, family. Okay. So, I mean, besides her, she's the only one. She was kind of up in the air with it, but that kind of answers it. So girls, when they talk for the purpose of, yeah, you cute. Yeah, maybe I like the vibes, but nigga, what can you do for me in the long run? You feel what I'm saying? Now, if the nigga got a good mouthpiece and he knows females, he can get inside the panties without doing the most, without commitment. And that normally happens. You feel what I'm saying? But still, I think females tend to, their purpose of talking to the opposite sex is always for more than just sex. Because if not, then men would be able to be honest with you. I would be able to walk up to you and be like, you know what? I want to fornicate with you right after this podcast. and mess up your hair. That straight hair gonna be real curly after I'm done with you. But I can't say that, right? Because you don't look for the opposite sex in that way. You get what I'm saying? You look for more, be charming, be charismatic, make me feel the vibes. And then maybe down the line, you get the buns. Go ahead.
There are men that do approach women like that.
And
there are men that are very honest about it, straightforward, but it's up to the woman because within 5 seconds, a woman's going to know whether she wants to smash you or not.
Exactly.
Yeah, but how often does that work?
I mean, I'm not really that.
I'm a dude. It
right.
Does,
so
yeah.
I want to say what I want to say is, I mean, it's people that do. It's people that do everything.
Yeah.
But we talk about the majority. The majority of men don't do that.
Facts.
You take 90% don't do that. You might have 10 that do, but you look at the majority and everything. So the majority of men wouldn't do that.
That's a fact. So like, think about it. Because if we did do that, we'll always get rejected. You know what I mean? Because we know, especially guys that's good with females, we know. Like we not about to come in like too thirsty. We don't even mention, the guys that's good with females, we don't even mention sex.
Right.
Like sex, what? I'm not mentioning that. I already get poon. It's going to happen because I know it's going to happen because I got a good mouthpiece, I got game, I got, you know what I mean, what it takes to get there. So cool. Let's get into the first question of the podcast. That was a little random and that started from yourself and Goods going in. First question on the podcast is going to be, this is a good one. We're going to start with you. And Goods, we're going to let the girls go. And then after the girls go, I'm going to bring it to you.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So first question on the podcast, why don't girls like good guys? Like, you know that the good guys, why don't they like good guys? And also, why do they call good guys simps?
I don't use that word. I mean,
maybe you not, but in general.
All right, in general, I don't know. I feel like a lot of girls, because a lot of girls really don't want the commitment that they tell everybody that they want. They want it because that's what girls are supposed to want. So all of these girls are putting on this kind of front. They wanna look like they're all a lot of them are trying to be a pick me. But at the end of the day, most of these girls are trying to do the same thing that all of the guys are out doing. Like they're just supposed to want commitment.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So you're saying that girls, the reason why they don't choose the good guys is because they're just after, guys that just has more going on in life. Like that's right. In a club or whatever they're doing, they're going after those guys.
Because that's where those girls are. So that's where they're that's where you're going to find them. That's who you're going to find in the club. You're not going to go to the club, to the strip club and go over to all of the people that's throwing money or the people that look lit, and you're not really going to find your simp over there.
Maybe I can get a better answer from you. So the saying, they say good guys finish last. Mm-hmm. Why do you think that saying is?
I guess because they probably don't pursue as hard. They don't pressure girls. That's why they just lay back and they wait for the good girl to come to them most of the time. Okay,
cool. What about you?
Why girls don't pick good guys.
Yeah, and can you speak up a little bit in the mic?
Oh, thanks. Sorry.
So, the saying that good guys finish last. Why do you think that saying is that?
I think a lot of men don't know how to lead a woman. And I think when women find a certain type of man, they're not like other men. They're different.
Okay.
So the good guys finish last. I don't think that those type of men know how to lead a woman.
Okay. I like that answer. All right. So good guys finish last because they don't know how to lead a woman.
And I think the ones that do are the ones that are so minimal. And that's why they are looked at as the bad guy.
Okay.
Because the type of life that they also live is different than the majority of men.
Good answer. 35 years old. I see your age. That's good. That's what's up. Let's go over here to yourself. Shelby.
Yeah, so I just think that good guys are boring.
Keeping it real. Keeping it no Fugazee. Okay.
Yeah, honestly. So it's like, nah,
All right. What about you?
Because they're yes men.
They born. Yes men. Okay, so we got yes men. Well, we got born. We got yes men. We got they don't know how to lead. What'd you say again?
I forget them.
You off the Henny?
No, Casamigos.
Casamigo?
Like why?
Casamigo.
Why did they finish last? I mean, they don't pursue like as hard as other guys do.
Okay, no, facts. So they don't pursue. Oh, okay, we got a collective of some good answers. My man, Goods, why do you think that saying "good guys finish last"? What's your thoughts on that?
I think because in society, period, bad is good. Like you look at rappers now, if you're doing drugs and selling, or you're doing drugs, is popping, is good. The guy that get a bunch of girls, all the girls want. So I think if it would have started, for instance, just like we look at ass and titties.
Yeah.
If it would have started from the beginning of time and they would have said a knee was sexy, we'd have been this whole time saying a knee was sexy. Do you understand what I'm saying? After
some knees and elbows.
So, right. So I think society made it where bad is good. So the girl don't want the good guy because that's really not good in society. So it's an oxymoron. Bad is good. So the guy that got a bunch of girls, they want. The guy that sell drugs and getting money, they want. The guy that's doing everything that seems dangerous and fun, that's who they want. So they don't want the clean cut guy that is no excitement.
Yeah. I 100% agree with that. Actually, I agree with all your answers. I think good guys finish last. That saying came just because.
And I'm a good guy, so I finished last.
Goods.
Piece of shit. That was your man. Yeah, you're a piece of shit. I don't know him, man.
So this is my thoughts on it. Like the saying of good guys finish last, I think those guys pedestalize women. So they tend to, anytime a man tends to pedestalize a woman, it's going to connect the dots too with everyone said. Let me break it down, right? So when you, as a guy, when you pedestalize a woman, you're putting her first, which means that he's not showing that leadership because he's putting that woman ahead of her. So the guys that pedestalize the woman is just, it's like a turnoff to you because it shows that you can't really lead. Then you said boring, right?
Yeah.
So
I think that's what they think though, like what other people think.
I agree with you though, because you got to think about it. The guys that pedestalize a woman, they always just, they tend to be yes men. And if you're a yes man, girls, why you think the biggest shows is like Hollywood Housewives, all the drama type shows. Girls need their emotions to be stimulated. You know what I mean? So if he's saying yes all the time, you're not really stimulating her emotions. You know what I mean? You're not really leading her in any direction because she's getting her way. So yeah, I think it kind of goes in full circle. But yeah, good answers. I thought one of y'all was gonna say something crazy, but I got nothing on that. So next question. Good panel so far. I have to get in none of y'all. Y'all actually was very no Fugazee. So next question. Oh, this is a good one. I know I'm gonna ruffle some feathers with this one. Who do you? Oh, we started with you, right?
Yeah.
Didn't we start with you before?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna start with you. Yeah, we're gonna start with you. So, who do you think should check who in a relationship, the man or the woman? So, if someone needs to be checked in a relationship, who do you think should be doing that checking? Should a girl be checking her guy, or should the guy be checking his girl?
Like daily?
No, I mean like, say if
no.
For instance, me and you in a relationship, right? And maybe I'm slacking off and I'm late on some bills and you get the email like, oh, dang, you see it pop up on your phone and you come to me like, David, come on, I told you to get it together. Like, you need to pay this on time. Like, I don't want your credit to be this. You feel what I'm saying? So that would be the girl checking the guy. But it could be vice versa, right? So who do you think should be checking who in order for the relationship to work properly? Because it's gonna be a point in time where someone's gonna have to check someone.
One more than the other. I think the man should check the woman more. We're emotional creatures. Sometimes we are out of tune with thinking logic. Well, we don't think logically, really. So
she's speaking.
Think more
She's
with
spitting.
our emotions. So the man needs to check the woman, the lady. In a situation like that, I think the woman should take care of the situation at hand and then come to you and be like, hey, XYZ, I don't want this failing because if you fail, I fail.
Yeah.
And vice versa. But I think the man should be checking the woman more.
Okay. Word. What about you?
In like a situation like you described, I kind of feel like it's more of like the woman, but I don't.
It could be any situation. Like, so if because relationships have problems, so should the woman be coming to the man like, nigga, you need to get it together?
I mean, not like that, but I feel like if the man is the main provider, then as a woman, that's your job. You're supposed to be the one making sure like you're supposed to have his back. So you're supposed to be the one making sure that everything's in line behind him. Like if he messes up, like you're supposed to be the one that's there to catch it.
Okay, so you saying that the woman should be checking the guy just to make sure everything is in order.
Right, because as a man, you're supposed to be the main provider. So I'm supposed to be following behind, making sure that it's good. You're supposed to be leading, and I'm supposed to be your backup. Like that's
question for you. Y'all niggas putting thumbs up. I'm about to rip all y'all in here. So listen to me, baby girl. So if you even have to do that, right? If you even have to check up on him like that, obviously that means that he's not leading properly.
But you saying like y'all don't have like y'all don't have bad days or times that you
we have good days, but my woman would never check me.
Well, this is what I was gonna say.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, how do you mean like check? Like, you mean like
even with what you just said. You get what I'm saying?
I feel like a man should check himself. If he a man, he's gonna check himself.
Facts.
So, and there's nothing wrong. It depends on the circumstance. There's nothing wrong with a female checking her man, but not checking in a man kind of way. A man has to be a man. So if my girl come to me, she should say, look, babe, you slacking right now. Let's get it together. You know, stuff is falling off. It's the way you talk. A woman should never try to be a man, and a man should never try to be a woman.
That's fact.
That's just it. So
that's fact.
True.
Yeah. On to you.
I feel like
I shouldn't have said nothing. I should have waited. I was trying to hold it. I was trying to hold it.
No, that's perfect.
Itching in my seat off of what he's saying.
Forget what the nigga said. What you was gonna say?
If I have to check you, if I have to check you, I should be able to check you, because if you're slacking and if I'm for you, I should make sure you want to be on point.
But how would you check?
I'm not about to.
No,
I would be like, hey, babe, look, this is what's going on. Why is this going on? What can I do to help you? That's just me.
Okay.
Personally. So if you feel as though that I need to be checked, it's not about you checking, it's your delivery.
There we go. Yeah,
what you say is how you say
That's why I asked that though, because I wanted to see how you would do it if you would come off aggressive.
No,
that's what I was about. So makes sense.
So what would be your answer though? Should the man? Because someone has to check
equally.
who. So you think it should be equally?
Yes.
Okay.
Because if I can't check you, then if you need to be checked.
Okay, cool. Question for you: would you prefer a guy that you didn't have to check, or a guy that you had to check?
Depending on the situation.
Well, just think about it, right? So, because
do I have to raise another boy? Like I have boys. Like, why don't you get this? Then he's not for me.
So let's use my man Goods for an example. This nigga got shoes. This nigga got cologne. This nigga he's killing people in rap battles. He got clothes. He got it all. So obviously he's a adequate man, right? He has his things in order. So a man like my man Goods over here, the probability of a female checking him with all the things he got going on is really not going to happen. He's checking himself. That's why he was able to have these businesses that he has and the success that he has. Feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I asked, would you want to be checking a man? Like, do you want a man that you would have to check? Because if you want a man that you have to check, that means he's inadequate in some degree. Mm-hmm. So what would you prefer?
With that, like, no, I don't have to check behind him because he's an adequate man. But if he's not in tune with me, then I have to check him on that, because then where does that leave it?
Okay, you're just talking about from maybe like an emotional standpoint,
right? Like,
or something like that.
Do I want to chase behind you? No.
Got you. But still, you would, I get what you're saying. That pretty much answers it. You wouldn't want the guy that you would have to check. But if it came up, yeah. Shelby, you over there with the face like, oh, this nigga, man.
I was thinking, what I should say. But yeah, I wouldn't want to be with a man who I have to check. So he needs to, come correct mentally. I hope he's healed or healing, really.
Mm-hmm. Shelby look like she hit her man. Like she abusive. I think she abusive.
I'm not abusive.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm not.
You never hit a man before? No,
that's disrespectful. Okay. I'm about loyalty, honesty, and respect. I did have a rough life. That's why I'm a little aggressive. Right. But I respect people. Like, I have respect.
Okay.
I just thought you might have, beat your last boyfriend
up. My brother's raised me.
I thought of it too.
5 years. I'm still thinking about the 5 years. And you beat the nigga up and then
I'm 31 and I haven't been to jail for none of that. So I should be okay.
None of that.
She beat the case.
She beat it. I haven't been in jail for none of that.
None of that. That means that
you ain't have to say that.
She was whooping on some niggas.
You beat him up and you ain't get caught. We know what's going on.
Nah, I just go to the gym with my son. I'm athletic. Yeah, but I mean, I could beat a male up. Maybe.
Damn, here we go. See, it's coming out. See,
it's coming out. I knew it was going to come out.
There we go.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for that. So Shelb, your answer is, like you said, the guy should be doing the checking, not the other way around.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, we really didn't have too many disagreements. We got very logical, and you ladies been fairly okay with your logic. So that's good. Next question. Shelby, gotta start with you. We're gonna bring it around this way. So this is a more deeper one. This is probably going to be a long topic. Or if y'all just knock it out the park, then I'm going to get on to the next one. Bet. Question for you, Shel. What hurts the relationship more? A woman having more options or a man having more options?
I honestly don't think that should hurt the relationship, having options.
If you had to choose one.
Okay.
Black and white. I don't believe in gray. Gray area is just things that you don't understand.
Okay.
Yeah, if you think about it, everything is either up, down, left, right, accept, decline. The gray area is like, I don't understand it, but guess what? Once you understand it, which the Lord will reveal, it's going to be black or white. So
I would say the male.
Okay. So you think the male having more options will hinder the relationship? Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Why?
I gotta say something.
Shelby, why?
Why?
It's nothing bad though.
Because men usually think with their dick. I think anyway. So like they're gonna a girl can turn them on. Like loyalty I feel like loyalty to a man isn't put as a top priority. I feel like it's more like, all right, I got this girl. She riding with me because women are mostly loyal. So they're going to be by your side through whatever. So they have options. They're going to explore that option.
Okay. Question for you, right? So you chose the man having more options would hinder the relationship. Do you think men, say if he exercises the option, right? Do you think the man, say if both genders exercises their options, right? Who do you think will leave the relationship? Who do you think is more, what do you think the probability of the man leaving the relationship versus the woman leaving the relationship if they exercise options?
If they both, I don't think they would leave that relationship because there's a comfortability. They come together as one after they do what they do. So obviously they want to be together.
When women cheat, do you think that they tend to have an emotional attachment with the guy that they choose to cheat on? Like, do you think that women cheat for the purpose of leaving the current man that they with? Or do you think that, because there's always, everything is possible. We know there's girls out there, they with a nigga, they want some other day, they gonna hop on it and they may go back to their man. That's a probability, but that's still low, right? So normally when a woman cheats, she's cheating because her man is inadequate. He's lacking and that other dude is packing in the area in the areas that her man isn't. You feel what I'm saying? So since the other nigga is packing, she tends to grow that emotional attachment, which means that she don't got 1 foot out the door. She let a nigga slide in between her soul gaps. She got 2 feet out the door. Mm-hmm. Feel what I'm saying? So for what you just said, right? The man having more options, it wouldn't really correlate because if the woman exercises it, she's going to be the probability is higher for her to leave. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, women are soulless sometimes. So like when they trying to hurt you, they're gonna hurt you and come back to you. Really.
But they gotta have some type of feelings.
I feel like
you know what I want to touch on first. Sure. If the man didn't have those options, you wouldn't want him. You know how I know you wouldn't want him? Because you said the good guy is boring. So the good guy don't have those options. Ooh. So the man that has those options, this is what I said, bad is good. That's what all the females want. So if I could walk in this room and I sit down and all of y'all are on me, that'll make you want me. If I walked in this room and sat down and nobody was on me in here, you wouldn't want me neither.
Personally, not me, but like a regular,
Maybe not true, but I'm saying if we talking about in general, we talk about the percentage of women.
Yeah, the most percentage of women are easy. So yeah, that's easy.
No, but not it's not so easy. Women just want, and men are like this too. Women just want what other women want.
Yeah, and it's actually freaking biology. It's called pre-selection. Women are attracted to other dudes that women are attracted to. So it was a study done, and it's in like all, just not even, it's in animals and mammals too. It's in all of us. So it was a study done. They had one chimpanzee, right? And he was by himself, and the other chimpanzees was around. All the chimpanzees just walked past them. They ain't care. So they took that one chimpanzee, that same one. They put two other chimpanzees around them. All the other chimpanzees wanted that little, you get what I wanted them. So it's like, it's just within us to want, and well, within women, pre-selection. If this guy has a lot of options, the girl is just going to be naturally drawn to that guy. Cause it's like, well, if other girls want him, he must be doing something right.
It gotta be something, it gotta be something on why.
Something.
And it don't gotta be bad to the point where it's like, I don't want him because all the girls want like that. It's just, if other girls want him, he's doing something. He could just be a guy that got his business right. He could be polite. He could be nice to women, and that's why all the women want him. But whatever it is, it's gonna make you want him. That's how women.
I want a man that nobody wants. Like I want that ugly nigga in the corner that nobody likes. Give me him. Thank you.
I don't believe that all the way though.
I don't want. I want a man who gets no attention. Thank you. I'll take that.
They can be more arrogant.
Go ahead, Goods.
Huh? Because you were single for 5 years.
Yeah, and I found myself. I love myself. So like, I want somebody.
So can I ask you something real quick?
Love me too.
I get you. It don't matter how you look at all.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, I want to say that because females say that, and that is not true. You have to be some kind of
tolerable.
Yeah, so you got to be attracted to him in some way for you to want to talk to him. Because one thing about us as being humans, period, the first thing we look at is looks. I used to always hate when a girl say, "No, I don't care how he look. If he's smart." No, when you walking down the street and you see somebody, you can't tell if they smart, if they know how to talk. You can't tell nothing but how they look. You know what I'm saying? So they might not be the most handsome guy in the world, but he might smile. You might like that. You might like the way his eyes shape. It could be anything. You might like the way he walk, but it has to be something to attract you to that man.
Yeah.
And females too. Guys, same thing with guys.
Yeah, I think with guys, when we see a girl with a lot of options, I think it's the opposite. I think we aren't attracted to that. It's just like,
that's true.
Yeah, like if you think about, like if you see a nigga in the club VIP section, he got mad girls around him. We like, oh, the girl's gonna be like, dang, he that nigga. But if it's opposite, a female got a VIP section and there's all niggas around her, like, oh, she ran through.
Yeah.
So we will look at her like, it could be easy, could be some easy poon, but we would never look at her in like any wifey type of.
Because why are you around a whole bunch of guys, and why do a whole bunch of guys want you? That's how we're thinking.
Yeah. So it seemed like maybe you homie hopping or something. Question for you, Debbie. Same question actually.
You asked her like 5 questions.
Oh, okay. I get back to the question. I got you. Let me go to it real quick. So the question was,
you should have saved something different for her because she kind of heard all our answers.
We gonna get into it more. Okay. This is gonna be a good one. Who do you think should have more options? Well, actually, let me read it correctly. What hurts the relationship more? A woman having more options or the man having more options?
The woman.
Okay, why?
Because if I have options as a woman, I'm going to explore them, especially if you're lacking where I need you to be.
Okay. All right, so if you got more options and this nigga lacking, that was real.
That's fire.
That was real.
You know why that's fire? Because I feel like if a woman has options, she's already one foot out the door.
Right.
Because when a female's into you, she's into a dude, she don't have no options. All she see is straight. Or she
it's tunnel vision.
She at work, she thinking about you. I can't wait to go on. When she has options, she's already one foot out the door, ready to go. Because females, like I said, naturally they're not thinking about another guy. They want to be with one guy and do that, and you know what I'm saying? Oh, phone. See, look, you been here mad times. Just your phone, yo.
This nigga phone on loud. Who keep their phone on loud?
Light skin 2 Chainz, nigga.
Light skin nigga.
You know what I'm saying? This nigga stupid.
Debbie. So you said the man. I'm sorry, you said the woman having more options. Okay, and what you said was real. Sierra, what do you think? What hurts the relationship more? A woman having more options or the man?
I feel like, in a way, it's kind of both. Because, like, if a man has a lot of options, he might like want to pursue them, and same as a woman if she has a lot of options. But like, if you really care about somebody and you really want to be with that one person, like he said, you wouldn't have no options, because you're not gonna be trying to bring yourself all of those options. You're not gonna be trying to draw all of that attention to yourself. If you really want to be committed to one person, then you shouldn't need all of those options.
All right, if you had to choose one.
If you had to choose one, it's hard, because I've been in relationships where it was either way, where I've been with guys that didn't have options, and then I've been with guys that did have options. So either way, it didn't work out because one of us wasn't. But I feel like, I guess probably the women, because we're more likely to have more we're more likely to have it.
So you're more likely to have more options anyway. So
just because women, like, you know what they say, pussy runs the world. Like, because that's really what it is at the end of the day. Like, that's what all guys want at the end of the day. So if you're a female with a lot of options, like, if one thing doesn't work out, you can go be with the next person.
I got a question real quick.
Sure.
So the guys, you said you had some guys that didn't have a lot of options and some that did, and it didn't work out, right? When it didn't work out, which guy was on your part and which guy was on the guy part? Meaning, I'm kind of sure that when it didn't work out, it probably was the guy that didn't have options and it didn't work out on your end. And then the guy that did have options, it didn't work out on his end for you.
So,
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with the guy that did have options, I mean,
was it you that wanted to leave, or was it him? Or he
I feel like got
caught.
I've left most of my relationships, I guess, because I like clingy guys that like obsess over me rather than
you just like fuck that.
Rather than the guys that like be cheating and stuff. I like the ones that I like the ones that be like climbing through my windows and stuff like that. That's what I attract. But
they don't want the
good.
I don't want
He said clingy.
but he's not cheating. But he's just crazy and obsessed with me.
No.
So he's not cheating on me.
They want everything bad. I'm telling you, everything.
I don't want that no more, though.
You want to get shot at?
No.
She done killed her man. It's just crazy.
It's not on record.
Yeah.
I didn't get booked for it, so it didn't happen.
Yo.
I got no charges.
Yeah. Oh my God. I ain't get no charges.
So
good.
So Sierra, you said the woman, right?
Yeah, the woman.
Okay, and that was just because women just naturally have more options. Okay, cool. I think everyone said woman besides you so far. Shelby?
Yeah, I'm usually the black sheep.
What about yourself?
Women that have more options.
Women and why?
Similar to what Debbie said, if a man is lacking in a certain area and she has options, she's going to explore those options. Whereas a man, there's a big difference in relationships, because men, when they're in a relationship, they're in it. So if they have options, and let's just say they explore those options, that doesn't mean that they're not loyal. they're not faithful.
Pause.
If they have
pause, girls, ladies, especially 23 years old.
That was some real
she's spitting.
That was some real
So how is it different if a woman is exploring her options? That's not loyal.
We gonna get to that.
Like
Repeat
purity.
that. Go ahead, break it down.
Men like purity, and they want you to be faithful to them. There's a big difference between faithful and loyalty.
Y'all better scoop her, cause she know what she. Yeah.
Good job.
She might gotta come back up here. That's you know what she's saying is real. That's
true.
why.
Men will have sex with other women, but it doesn't mean that they don't love you and they're not going to come back to you. So men can explore those options, but once a woman explores her options, she's done.
She's kind of she's out.
She's out.
Okay, Ciara, do you believe if a man steps out of the relationship, do you believe that he could still love his girl?
No, I mean you might love me, but that's
okay. Question for you. Do you think if a woman steps out of the relationship, do you think that she's capable of still loving her man?
I guess it depends on situations, but I feel like she could.
The answer is no. So I'll tell you why.
She could still love her man. Why not?
I'll tell you. So think about it, right? Look at me, baby girl.
Look at me, baby girl.
If me and you
about to talk that shit. Hold on. Be quiet. You about to talk that shit, so I was waiting for.
Ciara, if me and you are in a relationship, right? And no, I'm sorry. You're in a relationship and you see me. And we happen to hit it off. And I slide in between them soul gaps and smack it and flip it around and toss you upside down.
Oh no!
Think about the emotional standpoint you have to get to allow me to dominate you. And think about the emotional standpoint you have to get to allow yourself to submit to my will. You get what I'm saying? So, because sex for a woman is the most ultimate form of submission. Sex for a man is a dominating act, right? So since you have to submit to a man and allow someone inside you, well, if the woman is going to be stepping out of the relationship, she's incapable of loving her man while stepping out of the relationship. But guess what? For me and my man Goods, we could be in a relationship. We could clap all y'all.
Why you put me in this? I'm a good guy.
He's a good guy.
I said this
but
before.
No, I'm saying that.
He's bullying on me and my man Good. Don't put me in on that. I don't do that. But we could clap all of y'all. And Ciara. So pretty much what I'm saying is that a man can still, we're capable. It's not saying that like if it happens, the nigga, it's sometimes niggas cheat and they don't love their girl, right? That happens all the time. Cause niggas they out there slimy. They don't really love their girl like that. They may be with her just to get over some time or with her for some means of needs, convenience. So they probably don't love their girl like that. But what I'm saying is that men are capable of being in a relationship, clapping some cheeks and literally going back home, laying in the bed with his girl and not acting like it literally never even happened. It ain't like it
didn't happen.
We don't care.
And I'll say this: post nut clarity. When we like post nut clarity, we really like.
This piece of shit. Look at that.
I want you to understand this, Ciara.
He's a piece of shit.
After dudes, right? Because dudes in the courting process, right? We got to shoot darts. We throwing darts at the target. And sometimes they missing, sometimes they landing. But once the right dart land and we actually smash one of y'all, and we bust our nut, post-nut clarity, we literally don't care. Like, post-nut clarity is like you in a club and a nigga come to you in a 11X white t-shirt with some baggy jeans on. It's no way he's hitting it, right? It's like he has no chance with you. Post-nut clarity for us.
Oh, he might hit him with the big shit.
Post-nut clarity for us is like we don't care about that girl.
All right.
Nah. You're not going to talk to no nigga with no 11X white tee.
You can't forget the shirt down here.
Shirt down there.
Like you didn't say he was big. You just said his t-shirt was big.
But she did say.
Yeah.
She did say it don't matter. I ain't believe that though, so I ain't gonna.
She said it's kind of both.
She says kind of both.
Yeah. So, Gus, what's your take on this, man?
It sounded good.
What was the
So the question is, what hurts the relationship more? A woman having more options or the man having more options?
No, I spoke on it. Yeah, I said I said the woman. I said that to her because It's definitely the woman because, like I said, the woman has options. She already 1 foot out the door already. Because when a woman have options, when a woman's in a relationship, when she likes somebody, that's the only. She don't think about nobody else. She's forward. She's only into that man. Once she has options, is because she let them options into her world. Gotcha. So once she does that, she's already 1 foot out the door. So you keep fucking her. Even if she got the options and she's just waiting, she's like, I'm trying hard. I'm trying not to do it. I'm trying not to do it. Yeah. It's going to be something you do, and then she's going to step out the door. So once the options is in, it's already
it's a wrap.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I think that when a woman allows those options in, it's almost like, just lost my train of thought.
So go ahead. Take your time.
The man is definitely messing up on some ground, but let me go back to it. I lost my train of thought. I had something.
No, that's good. Because you probably add on to it, but I think that the man messed up on a bunch of ground because a woman, it takes a lot for like a real woman to get there. Like we told a woman that's in a relationship, she's not just gonna jump there. You mess up one time. I done seen women dude and had a baby on her, and she still didn't go there. Yeah. So for a woman, it takes a look. That must have hit home. That's the nigga you killed?
Oh, this nigga figured something out.
I caught him there as one of them.
You trying to get me caught up or something?
No. You ain't do nothing. You know what? Nothing happened. Yeah. She over there like this. We got her. We was looking for her for a minute. We got her.
She's not laughing.
It's a joke. She did not kill anybody. She did not do none of that.
I was thinking did I?
But I forgot what I was saying. But y'all understand what I was saying.
We get it. Yeah. So I would say this, right? So women just naturally have more options than men anyway, right? Yeah. So the question was, it was like a trick question, but I think, everyone pretty much gave good answers. So what would hurt the relationship more? Definitely a woman having more options and exercising those options. That would be the main thing, right? Because women have more options. They DMs as much fuller than guys. You get an average woman, that's a 5 compared to a nigga that's got a blue check mark on Instagram, a nigga that got millions of dollars. He still can't garner as much attention as just an average woman. Just because the opposite sex, men, will date down, right? So we'll knock a 2 down on a dry Saturday night. Right. You feel me? And that 2, that's still an option for that woman.
And a woman is not they're not prone to being the one to make the first move. They're so used, that's what it is. Men make the first move. It's not a lot of women that make the first move. So if 90% of men is making the first move, even if a woman likes you, she won't make that move. She'll just wait for you to make the move.
Yeah, I would.
Not you. Look at her. She said, "I'm going for mine."
Because men pitch them.
Off and go crazy.
Men pitch themselves to women. They got to court them. They pitch themselves, and women, they advertise themselves. You know what I mean? So a woman having more options, she's actually less likely to exercise them options because women just naturally have more options. So she's not really going to exercise those options, right? But the question is, which would hurt the relationship, right? Because a guy, if he's have options or not, we all know that he can still have his woman and have sex with someone else and not break up with that woman. We also know statistics that 50% of divorces, 50% of marriages end in divorces, and 80% of those divorces are initiated by women. So that just means that when a woman finds a better option or she isn't satisfied or her man is inadequate in some way, she out. You feel what I'm saying? And normally, she probably got another option. You know what I'm saying? So those are my thoughts on that one. Any questions else on this topic? Move on to the next.
Yes, please.
Move on to the next. Let's get it. Anyone have questions? I'll leave it to y'all real quick. Any questions? Good. You got any questions?
No.
Nah? All right, cool. Let's get into the next one. Oh, that's a good one. Starting with, who we start with so far?
Me.
You start with you?
It's probably on me because you did, and it's on me.
I don't know if you want to start with you with this one.
Nah, I'm good. Let's go.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, what?
Okay. Good said he good.
Let's go.
All right, so this is the question. Guess who has the highest body count on this panel?
Yeah, you shouldn't have started with me with that one, man. Oh, for sure? Oh, on the panel?
Yeah, on the panel.
Oh, because I was definitely going to say my man Blow. He's a dog slut. Everything. I'm blowing you. I don't care. I'm blowing you up. These women need to know about you. They need to know. I'm tired of this. I'm a good man. They need to...
So good. We gotta start with. We gonna start with you.
Okay.
Which girl do you think has the highest body count on the panel? So do we got Shelby? We got Debbie or Sierra?
You.
Or yourself. You could be like, you know.
Yo, you. Yeah, that's real. We going here. That's real. What you think?
Oh, we're really starting on me. I thought it was you. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go last.
Oh, okay. Honestly, no disrespect, women.
There's no disrespect. There's no Fugazi too. Look, this podcast is called No Fugazi. We just going based off looks. Boom, boom. Sierra, okay, 1 point.
I expect
1 point for Sierra.
Well, not just that. You said that you have been in multiple relationships. So when you're in relationships, I'm going to assume that you have spread open your legs for these relationships.
Yeah, so I've been in like, I'd say like 5 serious relationships.
Okay,
probably like about 2 years each, so 2 or longer.
Oh, you could keep some. You gain little.
I can't get rid of them. That's my problem. I get rid of mine with PFAs.
Yo, J.O.
You can't.
You better shit fire. She can't get rid of them.
No.
So you saying niggas be hooked on phonics?
Please stay away.
Stay away.
I'm on mission.
So you saying you be having niggas hooked on phonics?
J.O. be up. Yo, where you at? I'm in PA. What you doing up there? Oh, you know what? Forget it.
Yeah.
So Sierra, now to you.
I shouldn't even be on this right now. I'm gonna have to go into like.
They looking to kill you. Oh, they looking to kill her. All right, cool. They're
gonna be like, you was there with all them guys.
Cap.
So Sierra, starting with you now. Well, she went. She said that she think you. So you got 1 point. Out of these 3 girls, who do you think has the highest body count on the panel?
Oh, she could pick herself, right?
Or you pick yourself, yeah.
That's hard because we're in like different.
You're 23. You got 35. So you got 30. 30 what? 35. We got 31. So they got years.
Right.
Over you. So what'd you think?
Damn.
I would probably say whoever is the oldest because.
Well, they a tie. So now, okay, you X Shelby out. Shelby, you saved. So now we going with Debbie and we going with you over here.
Where you going?
Aliza.
I don't know because you got kids.
I got 1.
Only 1.
She got 5.
You got 5 and 2.
Ding, 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 ding,
I guess you winning over her.
I would probably
we got a winner.
Because I know what I like, and I like both men and women. So
okay.
Oh, she like men and women.
Okay.
You heard that?
You shooting on both ends of the court. I feel you.
Like, probably, yes.
You on both ends. And Shelby? Sierra?
Me? No, it's for the
Not you.
Oh, why
you gotta pick one of the girls.
That hurt my heart.
Nah, that did not.
How come it's only
I
girls?
can't pick you.
You got we gonna go. We gotta pick one of the girls.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm a good guy.
No Fugazi, come on.
That's crazy.
They gotta be the girl, right? Cause I'm.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Shelby, just
you. I'ma just guess
okay.
you
Now
I
why?
said eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I said
why?
Because I don't know.
Because she a stripper?
Not because I really just randomly chose her.
But you had to choose her for a reason.
I gotta be.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mode.
Oh, so Debbie, your girl. You ain't choose Debbie because that's your shorty.
Yeah,
so inside of these two. Yeah, I know you rock with shorty. But okay, cool. So you got Sierra. So it looks like Sierra ding. She's the winner. She got 2 points. Debbie, you got 1. Okay, cool. Oh, you want me to go? I'll go.
I want you to go.
Want me to go?
I want you to go.
I'm gonna go with Shelby with the highest body count.
That's
I'm
crazy.
I'm gonna go with Shell. Who you gonna go with?
It's hard. It's hard because you said she said her.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say her because she has 5 kids but 2 baby fathers. She was occupied.
She was occupied.
She was in a relationship for a little while that had 5 kids with only 2 baby fathers. So I'm gonna play off that. Cause you ain't been nobody for 5 years, I think maybe you didn't.
Not me though.
No, I know, I'm just saying, but I'm thinking like maybe you didn't. Yeah, I'm thinking she probably played and then she realized niggas ain't shit and she like I'm on a break now. I'm not.
Yeah.
I was in a long-term relationship for 6 years and he did some foul shit. So
Okay,
I
I'm gonna
chose my
fuck that nigga. When we catch him, it's over. That's it.
Thank you. Thanks.
It's hard to say her too because she's only 23.
It's only 23.
So you get what I'm saying? So it's hard to say how much dudes you actually fuck. You 23. You could have fucked a lot, but
he could have. Yeah, you could have racked up a body count.
I got 3 baby dads, so most of my relationships was I had a child.
Oh, you got kids?
Yeah, I got 3 kids.
You got 3 kids, 3 baby dads?
Yeah. So
I changed my answer, Shelby. She got the.
But I was with them each for like.
She got the highest body count.
Like I'll admit to it, I do got 3 baby dads, but I was with them each like up until my child was about 2. So like, and the thing about it, I'm 23. So my oldest daughter, she's about to be 7, or she's about to be 8. So she's 7 now.
It's kind of easier to go. You know, it's the safe choice would be to go with the older woman.
It is, yeah.
You know, so out of you should be at them. The fact, and this is kind of a good thing, I think because her knowledge, the stuff she knows, she had to been messing with some dudes to know. She learned a lot because the stuff she's saying make so much sense. You can't learn the stuff without actually.
Or she's watching my podcast.
She knows some stuff. So you gotta know. But you gotta know by experience. You have to live through this. Not saying she was out here just fucking, but she was in a relationship. She probably was fucking. She was getting it, but she knows enough to where she had to been outside at one point to learn this stuff.
Attention.
It's hard. I ain't gonna lie, it's hard to choose. I can't.
You can't choose?
Nah.
Right.
I just want to know. Just say how many y'all got. I want to know.
Dang. It's no Fugazi. If y'all want to,
I want to know.
Female code. He said, say how many you got.
Yeah, it's a code down.
Why though? I feel like it's no judgment. We all like.
Yeah.
We all of age to where you lived.
Oh, Sierra has you wanted to give your body count out? I thought you was looking at him like
mine's not bad. So
what is it? Is it over 10? It's over 20?
It's not over 20, no.
Okay.
Definitely not. Like I'm not gonna sit here and play like I only been with people that I was in a relationship with. But like I've had my very few little sneaky links, but even my sneaky links I've had for like years at a time. I don't.
You hear this?
So
they can't get rid of her. She doing something.
I just can't get rid of them. I don't know. They still around. They still here.
She's doing something.
I got 3 baby dads, 3 PFAs. So
let's get the ladies out the hot seat. We're gonna move on to the next question. Thank you for participating in that exercise. That was fun. That was fun. It was fun for y'all too. Y'all know. You know what I mean? We on here just talking crap.
We just talking.
What's worse? A friend zone or the sex zone? Starting with Debbie.
No, it ain't that. I was gonna ask him why he didn't ask y'all who do y'all think. But there's only 2 of us up here, so they can't even add them. Yeah, I don't count.
Yeah, you can't add them niggas in.
I got it.
Debbie, what you think worse? What'd you say? Yeah, because it ain't on camera. Yeah. What do you think worse is, Debbie? The friend zone or the sex zone? And if you want me to explain what the sex zone is, I will. You need an explanation? Sure. So the friend zone is what girls do to guys. So girls, have friends and the nigga don't measure up. So he's in a friend zone. No poon for him. She uses that man for attention,
lunch,
and dinners and lunch.
Uber.
She using this dude. Yeah. The sex zone is he clapping them cheeks and you ain't getting elevated. Recreational use only.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't want to be used. That's some bullshit.
It depends on who's putting who on in what zone.
Well, it's only one can only put one.
Am I putting somebody in that zone? The women, or is it the men?
She's saying is
it putting in?
She's saying is it?
I'll reiterate. I got you. Women put guys in a friend zone, and men put women in a sex zone. Which is worse?
Depends on who you are.
Well, if you had to choose, what do you think worse? Generally speaking,
no gray area.
That's hard.
It is hard.
But explain why. But explain why if you say that though.
Personally, Because if we're cooling, we're cooling. If we're in the friend zone, we're friends.
Yeah.
But it's just like, if that's what we about, and if we're gonna sit here and be like, it's strictly about fucking, then that's what it is. We're adults. We're grown. Like, you don't gotta be in my kid's face. You can come over after if it's just a fuck thing. If it's a friend thing, it's more like, we friends, we're cool, and I can tell you my secret.
Yeah, what you thinking for you?
I would think it would be the fuck zone.
For the guy, right? You gotta think for the guy. What's worse?
For him?
You putting a guy in the friend zone or a guy putting a girl in the fuck zone?
Yeah.
Friend zone.
All right.
Okay, friend zone.
There we go.
Okay,
you knew that from the beginning. You want to sit there and go around and try to paint the picture.
So you said friend zone is worse.
It depends on. But
what do you think is worse, Shelby? A guy putting the girl in sex zone or the girl putting the guy in friend zone?
I think the guy putting the girl in a sex zone.
Why?
Because you're not going to grow from that relationship. It's a waste of time. Like, you're not gaining anything from that. Like, you don't really gain anything from having sex, really.
The girl putting the guy in friend zone, he's not gaining anything. He's, spending his resources and stuff.
And affection.
Love and affection when it's convenient for her.
You're right. Convenient.
I got a good answer. I'm going to wait till,
yeah, we can wait. Yeah, let's wait because we got.
Yeah, I want to wait.
I don't know. Personally, I don't like to waste my time, but I do think, the friend zone thing.
That's cool.
Okay, so friend zone, you do think friend zone?
Yeah, friend
okay.
zone. Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna go right to you over here.
I think a guy putting a woman in the sex
zone. It's probably a nigga.
A guy putting a woman in the sex zone.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because that woman, she naturally, after having sex with that man over and over and over again, she's going to become attached and want more. And that man still is not going to look at her any different than just having sex with you.
Okay. And you think that'd be worse? What about you, Ciara?
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah. So what do you think is worse? A guy putting the girl in sex zone, meaning that he's only hitting it and there's no commitment, or the girl putting the guy in friend zone, meaning that she's using him for time, attention, and compliance, and he ain't getting no poon.
But is he getting you said the friendship is only when it's convenient for her.
The friendship is
I friend zone people, but I'm a real friend still. They could call me still and be like, oh, do you I need an Uber, and I'll hook you up. I'm gonna get you an Uber or whatever, but I'm still not gonna give you none.
Well, I'm hungry.
Right, I'll bring you some pizza. I got you. So I'm a good friend. I'm okay. But I'm still not going
Yes. So
what you want?
So
little bougie.
It was just what first came to my head.
Ciara, you putting guys in friend zone. What do they benefit out of that?
I mean, I guess
Uber and some pizza.
The same thing I'm benefiting out of it. Uber and some pizza.
Yeah.
Right?
So all right.
Because we friends. That's what.
So question real for you. Do you think men and women can be platonic friends?
Yeah.
Okay. That's where I see your mind state is like that, right? Who believes women and men can be platonic friends? Raise your hands. Show your hands.
I think it depends.
You 2, 3. You said it depends.
If you're sexually attracted to them.
I think it depends on how long the relationship is. How if you've been friends with somebody since childhood, it depends. I've seen strictly platonic relationships between a man and a woman. Where
I think the female answered it. The females answered it. For a female, it's like that.
Mm-hmm.
For a male, it's not.
No, men don't want a woman that has male friends.
Got it. So think about that, right? So a platonic friendship means that the guy doesn't have ulterior motives. That's when it's a genuine friendship, when two parties get together and it's genuine, right? So in most cases, I would say in the majority of cases, now there are some stipulations. Maybe y'all work buddies, or maybe you're married to, his best friend, and then, he's not really looking at you like that. And y'all cool. I'm not talking about those little extra stipulations that could actually make a platonic friendship of a man and a woman. I'm talking about you met this nigga, y'all met at a bar, or y'all met somewhere, y'all met in school or something like that, and y'all actually are just friends, and he's not looking at you sexually, and you're not looking at him, as just wanting to use him or whatever it is. You get what I'm saying?
Right. So that's.
Yeah. So back to the question, right? Since I truly, honestly believe men and women can't be platonic friends because some party, if it's genuine, right? Most guys have ulterior motives, right? Unless the chick is 500 pounds, but then it's like, he's not really a friend. He just communicated with you for a little bit and he's normally going to move on. Like he's not really going to entertain that friendship because you're 500 pounds.
All right. So I got a question for that. So like men don't have females that they just like genuinely be like, oh, she's cool. Like,
Nah, they want to hit. In the back of their mind, they want to clap cheeks.
The bottom line is this. If for a man, we could have a female that's a friend. But if you slip and you come on to any man that's your friend, he gonna say stop about 2 times. And that's it. So no matter what, he could be your friend, right? And you can look at you like that. I can look at you and say, you my friend. I'm gonna say stop. Chill, we ain't pulled. And then as soon as you start doing something, I'm not gonna push you on the floor. So for a female could really be and be friends with somebody and that's it. It's different for a guy. But what was the initial question?
Yeah, I was about to get to that, right? Yeah. So the reason why I asked that question is because we're talking about a girl putting a guy in friend zone, right?
And a guy.
Yep. So since the girl is because you chose the girl putting the guy in friend zone, which would be worse, right? So the girl putting the guy in friend zone, I think you're only thinking about it from the female's perspective. You're not thinking about it from the male's perspective. Because literally, I'm gonna be honest, girls, y'all not that special. Like it ain't nothing. Y'all ain't that special. It ain't.
It's over. This
like it ain't too much.
He's
y'all
a true
bring.
piece of shit, bro. Seriously. This is why I came up here, just to hear him say this shit he say. I got tired of watching it on Instagram.
He wanted to come up here and get it in person.
I hit him. I said, I'm coming up here. I just gotta hear you say this shit in person. Because I didn't believe that he said this shit. I thought maybe it was edited, they left, and then they just put him on the camera. But he really say this shit in person.
In person. Yeah. But it's a reason behind it, right? I say it for a reason. Meaning that, like, because men, we aren't that special either. You feel what I'm saying? But how men look at women, like, we could watch the game with our friends and we could, girls is cool, but my nigga is more funnier than you. Like my homies, I'm gonna laugh more with my homies. Yeah, you could crack a joke. I may laugh a little bit because I want to hit, but to make you feel good. But my nigga, you're not really that funny.
That's crazy.
Like my nigga's more funny.
Like we said, nigga might start drinking, start looking at your mouth like, damn, I ain't gonna lie.
It's like
our mind start wandering after a while. Like
think about all the comedians. All the comedians are males. All the funny ones. This is a couple good funny lady comedians out there, but. Not really. So what I'm saying is that since we can garner the friendship from our male counterpart and it would be genuine and it would be actually fun, is it about to stop? 15. Oh, we got some minutes then. I got you. And we could better. Yeah. We switch it in like 15 minutes. Or like, because we got to wrap up. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So since the man can garner friendship from his other male counterpart, then it's just like, what can we really use you for? Men look at women as sex objects, and women tend to look at men as success objects. So since it really doesn't work the way you're thinking, because when a woman puts a man in a friend zone, what does she take? It's success object. So she's looking for attention. She's looking for that protection, that masculine energy. If you guys go out to the club, she know that she cool. Like, ain't no nigga about to touch me. No one's about to step to me. That girl that I had beef with, no, my nigga Byron right here. That's not happening. You feel me? Like, you feel protected. Oh, that's a familiar name. You know the nigga Byron.
Oh, Byron. That's a big security guard nigga that picked you up. Dude, Byron is like a jail. He just came home too, and wowed on you. I know what's going on here.
That rung some memories for her. And then
Byron and did some. I know Byron too.
Else?
Byron told me what he did to you too. He told me.
Byron said it.
I'm about to call him.
Let me speak to you, Ciara. So, and then on the flip side, men, we look at women as sex objects, meaning that you cool, blah blah blah, blase, but like he said, we take a little sip of the drink and you speaking, your mouth looking real sexy right now. You feel what I'm saying? It's just gonna be different. So I'll go to Goods real quick because you pretty much gave your answer. Goods, what do you think hurts? And then we'll wrap it up. What do you think hurts the relationship? But what do you think is worse? A woman putting a man in friend zone or the man putting a woman in sex zone?
I think it's equal.
Okay, cool.
I think the woman putting a man in friend zone is the same thing as a man putting a female in sex zone. It's the same exact thing.
That's real.
Because we think with sex. You know what I'm saying? A female think, like I said, relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like they trying to like somebody. So if they put you in the friend zone, it's not gonna go nowhere.
Yeah.
Because they know what they want already. If we put you in the fuck zone, it's not gonna go nowhere because we know what we want already.
Yeah. Yeah, and I actually made a post about this. I said it was equal, that a woman putting a man in friend zone and a man putting a woman in the sex zone, but I actually have a different view on this, right? And I have a different view on this is because I had a daughter, so I had to really start to think about things and like the equalness to it. So when a man puts a woman in the sex zone, it is equal in the stance of she not getting elevated to commitment and he's not getting elevated to ever hitting them draws.
But it's worse for a man.
So then we'll say like, okay, he not gonna hit them draws. Okay, that's cool, but that's his fault. You feel what I'm saying? And the woman that's not gonna get elevated to commitment, that's her fault too, right? But it hurts the woman more, I believe now, because the woman is wasting her time. She could only have a good, healthy pregnancy until she's 35. The nigga's high risk. She's submitting to that individual. So when we think about that, it's worse. She's submitting her will, her body, her energy to this one dude, and he's only hitting it. Yeah, she's just letting it happen. And he's only hitting it. She's not being elevated to what she's put on this planet for.
Quick question for you. I got y'all. I got y'all, but I'm gonna come at him a little bit. Not come at him, but I want to see what he said.
Got you.
What about because this is what we do. What about we tell them everything they want to hear to keep them in the fuck zone for as long as we could? So then at that point, it's not them. It's not their fault. Because a woman wants that. So if any they like me, right? They like you.
Yeah.
They're gonna naturally do stuff. And so they're gonna keep fucking you because they think they can have you. And if you keep telling them no, we're gonna be together, they'll go for it for as long as it's gonna be. So therefore, it's not their fault anymore. It's kind of our fault because we lying to them, telling them what it's gonna be.
Yeah, they keep going.
Yeah, and niggas like you a piece of shit. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm a good man. So that's it. That's what I'm trying to say.
So no, that's good. I would say in regards to that, right? Yeah. So quick example, right? If a girl is playing a dude, right? And she finessing them. And this nigga spinning the bag on her. He's doing the most for her. And who would we blame? The finesser or the finessee?
Finessed.
Or the finesse. Thank you. The finesser or the finesse. So we would say we would say the finesser in that standpoint is because it's like we would say the finessed the person that got finessed is because it's like, bro, you should have knew, you should have been smarter. So I use that same logic. Like I always put the accountability on a person. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, you got me. Fool me 3 times, okay, it's my fault. You feel what I'm saying? But so you got to put the accountability in the other person's
But for the females, a little different because you saying finessed, but females think with emotions first. So that's what changes that for females because they thinking with emotions first. I'm not saying it's right, but for them, that's how they're built. That's how they're wired. So they're not trying to be finessed. They just thinking with their emotions and allowing them to be finessed.
Yeah. I would
like Byron with her.
Yeah,
Byron was wailing on her.
Yeah,
I know he was.
He was
Byron
wilding.
and nutted everywhere. I ain't know what I was going to talk. Byron already told me, so she ran. Look at her, Byron. Look at she ran. I know what, but he told me already.
He can't watch this. He's in jail.
Huh? He told me what he did before he went.
That's funny, son. We got 5 more minutes, but I feel you.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I changed my aspect on that too, in regards to which is worse, is because since men look for quantity and women look for quality, the man, if he has the girl in a sex zone, then he's getting his natural urge of what is being met. Being met. The woman, she's not getting her natural urge that's being met is because she's not getting commitment and she wants that commitment. So that's why I would say that is worse for the woman.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, but overall, I agree with what you said too. Facts.
But I agree with what you said.
Where we at with the battery drone?
Under 25.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. So we're going to do last thoughts on the podcast and we're going to wrap it up.
Okay.
And we're going to start with Shelby. Last thoughts on the podcast. And this is the moment we're going to spend about 10 more minutes. So if you have any questions you want to ask or just your thoughts on the podcast, you can, you know what I mean? Spill it out. Any questions or last thoughts? What you like about the podcast, what you don't like?
Right.
This was cool. You know, I like the lights. The mic on my face, you know, it feels great.
Word.
But yeah, I'm glad I'm here. Thank you. Shout out to Shorty. What's up with you? I miss you.
Who you miss? I ain't hear that.
I don't know. She said.
No, I'm kidding. But now, Debbie.
Would you come back?
Yeah, I would come back.
Word. That's what's up.
I want to argue though. Like, this was light.
This was light. Yeah.
You know why? It was light because y'all kind of
was actually
because he would have been coming at y'all.
Yeah, y'all actually gave
good answers like the answer. Y'all gave
y'all was 100. Y'all was 100.
You know what you got to get in here though? I knew it was gonna be like that because of their age.
Mm-hmm.
You see, we had a little bit of static. Well, a little bit static. The younger they are, they learned already. They went through it.
Truth though.
No, that's what I like about it. But you giving truth from you being
from your perspective.
23.
Yeah, like
they're older, so they kind of their minds is different than yours right now.
I think the generational gap as well.
Yeah, that's
from when we were growing up and how we were taught and how you're being raised in this world, like in these worldly views. I think
we're millennials.
True. Yeah.
They're millennials.
Yeah.
No, it's a Gen Z.
Yeah, those Gen Zs. How old are you?
I'm 9. I was born in 99, so
okay,
I'm
so we
somewhere in there.
We up there. And so you said you will come back. Thank you very much, Debbie. Any questions or how'd you like the podcast?
I liked it.
Okay.
Different point of view.
Any questions?
No.
No questions.
No,
okay.
I really don't.
Would you come back?
I would.
Word. We'll have you back.
Not talking about relationships and why. Keep it real shit happens. Like, that's
I think y'all all kept it real. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna hold you because if you watch my episodes, I'll be wilding. Y'all actually kept it funky.
I'm coming back.
Oh yeah.
And we're gonna get like a panel of young girls.
Yeah.
I think you should get more mixed age.
Yeah, I think a mix of young and older.
We're gonna get young girls. I'm gonna post it on my shit too. And we're gonna get young. We want some. We're gonna get a panel of young girls because they're gonna think totally different. Than
Facts.
That's a good idea.
Very good idea.
And then we can have one that's of age of you know what I'm saying. But
we'll have her on a school to girls.
She gonna school.
She gonna school them.
Right.
She gonna take.
What
about you? I heard her say she was with her nigga for her nigga can't go nowhere 4 years.
The things that like she knows and stuff like things are different on like the female and the male end.
Yeah.
Like in my age, like because it don't matter what you're looking for at my age. Like you're not gonna find what she was gonna find. Like I mean, if you do, it's rare. Like it's rare
so
because everything is different. There's when like
but
not for nothing when
like
y'all were younger,
guys.
there wasn't no Facebook and like
speaking of mic,
right. So like
speaking of mic for you.
There was it was just easier. Like it was easier to be committed to one person back then because
you didn't have all them options.
It wasn't an option at the click of a fingertip.
Niggas wasn't in your DM sliding in early.
You couldn't you weren't driving an hour away to go meet up with this chick, that chick, and this one.
Right,
like
it's totally
because
different.
if you drove an hour away back then, you didn't
had
even
to look it up on the map.
You had to bring out the paper with the Google. Like,
what you know about that?
listen, I was born in 99, so I was
99. 99.
Yeah, you know they didn't have cell phones till like 2008, I think.
Damn, 99.
So, any questions? Last questions?
No.
Would you come back?
Oh, sure.
Okay. Let's do last thoughts, and if you have any questions.
I think it's great that you have everyday women on the show. Give their different perspectives.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that drew me to the podcast.
Oh, thank you.
And I
appreciate
think,
that.
and I like that. And I would come back.
Word, we'll definitely have you back on. So, last thoughts from my man Good, special guest on the podcast. Yo, last thoughts. Any questions to the ladies? I'll leave it to you, bro.
Great podcast. Like I said, I don't. Normally, I get booked to do these things. My management will hit me and be like, we booked you to go here, I actually called him myself to come up here, you know, because I saw the stuff and it's dope talk.
Yeah.
You can learn a lot and
Facts.
different perspectives on a lot of things. So I think the podcast is dope. I'll be up here at least 2 more times.
Yo, I appreciate that, bro. That's a blessing, bro. Yeah. Yo, I appreciate that, man. For real.
I'm about to just buy in. You got stock? I'm about to just I'm about to just buy in. Yo, what's up? You want me to buy into this? What you want to do?
Niggas can buy in. We can get it even
you
bigger.
think I'm playing, but I don't. He dead serious. We ain't just buying this. I think just compare all the time and do it. Yeah, bro.
We back in time.
Yeah, we just partner up and just do it, man. Because this is this is
chop
dope.
it up. That's 100, man. Yo, appreciate you for coming too, man.
I know, my boy. Yeah. Fire.
Yo, No Fugazi podcast. Tune into the next episode. We got a podcast on Wednesday with Hustle Man, a rapper. He flying out from New Orleans. We got some spicy stuff we gonna talk about. So yeah, we gonna get into that. But other than that, subscribe to the Patreon when I post it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click the notification bell. And that's No Fugazi. We out.